Jensen Ackles' action-packed new show Countdown was full of practical stunts, including one that blew him and his co-star across the set. The Prime Video series, which hails from one Chicago co-creator Derek Haas, revolves around a task force comprised of officers from different agencies in Los Angeles who set out to solve the murder of a Homeland Security officer in plain sight. Their investigation puts the group on the path to learning of a mass destruction event being planned for the city, while also exploring their troubled personal lives. Ackles leads the Countdown cast as Mark Mayerchum, and lap detective renowned for his undercover work, with the rest of the ensemble including Arrowverse alums Jessica Camacho, who plays undercover DEA agent Amber Oliveras, and Violet Bean, starring as intelligence expert Evan Shepard, Young Rock's Uli Latukafu as lapped officer Lucas Finau, Your Lucky Days Elliot Knight as FBI agent Keontae Bell, and Euphoria's Eric Dane as group leader Nathan Blythe. Featuring explosive stunts, tense hand-to-hand combat and emotional character development, Countdown has left critics split down the middle. In anticipation of the show's premiere, Screen Rant interviewed Jensen Ackles, Eric Dane, Jessica Camacho, Violet Bean, Uli Latukafu, Elliot Knight and Derek Haas to discuss Countdown. Ackles and Camacho reflected on a particularly explosive stunt that left them blown across the set of the Prime Video series, while the creator and the rest of the cast shared how the show is a love letter to the action genre and how it differs from other TV titles in the genre. One of Countdown's explosive stunts was a little bigger than expected. We weren't in harm's way by any means, but Jensen Ackles' Mayerchum and Jessica Camacho's Oliveras walking up to a crime scene looking intense in Countdown Season 1. With the show following its central task force as they investigate various elements of the criminal underworld of Los Angeles, Countdown sees its cast involved in all forms of action set pieces, including one in which Mayerchum and Oliveras watch a key informant nearly killed by their truck explosion. As Ackles and Camacho recalled, filming the sequence proved plenty intense as it came with real practical stuff, with the co-stars being real close to that. They had fire experts and all the safety precautions, Ackles assured. We weren't in harm's way by any means, but we were about as close as you could possibly get before entering the harm zone, and I love it. Whenever feeling the concussion and the heat from the flame, it really threw Jess back. I don't think they had a pad down for her, they didn't think she was going to go down, and she flew back and hit the ground on the asphalt. Laughs, I was like, oh my god, are you okay? After Dane acknowledged having heard through the grapevine that you guys took a shot, Camacho chuckled as she confirmed, that was me who got blown by the explosion, with she and Ackles having felt the heat, and that was not fake. Though she echoed Ackles' sentiments that we were in good hands, and that our team took every precaution to avoid harming the stars, they still issued them warnings during filming, saying, you're going to want to duck and get out of the way, all while assuring you're going to be fine. The show's cast put in a lot of effort to look cool with their stunts. Somehow, it worked out. Jensen Ackles' Mayerchum walking with his gun drawn and Uli Latukafu's Finau carrying the breacher behind him in Countdown Season 1. While they had a talented team of stunt performers to also turn to, the Countdown cast got to show off their action skills for a variety of scenes, seemingly with no effort. However, as both Bean and Camacho humorously point out, they only looked cool after having put a lot of effort into their action scenes, with the former, in particular, recalling the most not cool moment being when they all did their photo shoots for the show's poster. There was a lot of us all not looking very cool, Bean said with a chuckle. They were just getting every angle of us holding a gun. There are a lot of good ones in there that I'm going to take as blackmail, for sure. Laughs, yeah, for sure. Not cool at all. Not cool at all. Knight, whose experience in the action genre has largely been with motion capture for the rebooted Call of Duty, Modern Warfare trilogy, also recalled a moment that was not that epic, yet still stood out to him, in which he was meant to jump over the hood of his car for an action scene in the pilot. Joking that he's a normal human, and therefore hadn't done that before, he found that, somehow, it worked out, with Latukafu praising him for doing it easily and making it look cool. I was supposed to slide over the hood, no hands, Knight explained, and most of the time in the takes I did do that, but the first time I did it, I just did my style, and I just two hands leap over, and I wasted 8 takes after that sliding across. It was a good time. I felt proud of myself after that moment. Yeah, it's on the resume for sure. After the two went on to joke that a future episode could bring song or dancer for Knight, Latukafu went on to reveal that there was a deleted scene that showcased more of Finau's action skills, revealing part of his backstory being, I threw a guy into a wall, which he described as being fun, albeit not for the guy. He also feels that his character brings a unique sense of experience and knowledge of LA, and gangs in LA, and weapons and narcotics, to the task force. Ackles and Dane went on to praise the show for taking a very practical approach to its set pieces and action, with the former feeling it gives an authenticity to the performance and allows for the cast to have real things to react off of, while expressing green screens and CGI stuff are not nearly as fun. The duo also praised the show for showcasing a different side of California, not just being the palm trees imagery of Beverly Hills or West Hollywood, but instead showing off the port, the back alleys downtown, and what's going on in those airport hangars that nobody talks about. For Haas, this practical approach to Countdown's action was a key goal with the show's production, acknowledging it's both because of the series' main villain, but also because he had such an awesome crew and effects making those explosions. They're real, and they're so fun to film, Haas beamed. I'll never get bored of doing cool practical effects on a show. Countdown sets itself apart with its character-driven premise. You get a really nice journey with them. As much as the show's marketing may revolve around its explosive action, the group all praise Haas' efforts to make Countdown's premise just as driven by its characters as its big threat. Both Dane and Ackles felt that the character development in the show helps set it apart from many other shows in the genre, with the former explaining that it does a really great job of allowing these scenes at times to take a breath and a beat, which gave the actors the opportunity to explore them a little bit. We really get to explore the chemistry between the characters, and we get to explore the human aspect of these guys, Ackles explained. They're not just badges and guns. And I love that, just as an audience member, reading these scripts going like, oh, that's going to be really fun to play. Or, ooh, that's going to be challenging to play such a gruff exterior, and now I got to find a way to peel that back and make